And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Sherlook. Now, Sherlook brings to mind those find the 5 differences between the pictures, and you look at the picture for a long time, and oh yeah, this guy has 3 stripes on the one sock instead of 2. That is really what Sherlook is. And yet Sherlook is an actual physical game where you're going to have 2 cards and comparing them, a crime scene, and there's clues left all over the place, figuring out which clues are different. And yet all the cards in the game work with each other and are different. It's kind of a mind-blowing thing. It was hard for me to understand. So I'm going to show you how it plays, and then maybe you'll understand better than I do. So the middle of the table, you're going to put these numbers down here from 1 to 10 around a circle in the middle. You're going to have a pile of 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point chips. You'll turn over the top 3-point chip for each round of the game. This one shows that the 2 cards are going to be next to each other. So you'll take the top card, put it on the bottom, then draw the next 2 and put them like this. All players are now trying to find differences between the 2 cards. So as we zoom up here and look at these 2 cards, you're looking for differences between them. So very obvious difference here is this one has glasses, that one does not. What other differences can we see? Everyone's going to be looking at the same time, so we're going to be looking for differences, and so you're looking for them, I'm looking for them, and at a certain point, I'll say, ooh, I believe there's 3 differences. I'll grab this. Maybe someone else grabs the 5, you, the viewer, grab the 6, and someone else grabs the 1. Everyone's gone except for Bob. Bob has only 3 seconds. If he doesn't grab one, he's not going to get one at all. We then flip them over, and each one's going to show you how many differences there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whoever chose 5, if anyone did, is going to get the 3-point chip. If no one chose 5, then no one gets it. Then whoever's the closest to the number, but lower, so in this case, Bob took 4, I guess, then they're going to get the 2-point chip. And then whoever's the closest number but over, the person who took 6, is going to get 1 point. If no one went over, then the person who took the green chip will also get the red chip. So that's it. So you can see once again, these are the 5 differences here. So this one has glasses. It also has a bullet laying there on the leg. This one here has a notepad on the table, and it also has some water right there, and finally it has this little square thing. And every single one is going to have different things on them. And I'm not really spoiling this, showing it to you, because you need to figure out what's the difference. On the back, there could be quite a few differences. Look at this one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 differences on it. But there also could be no differences from the other one on that particular one. And so you're trying to figure out. Each of them is basically drawn after a master one. And it's kind of interesting how you look at them all, and they all look sort of the same. But some of these 3-point chips can make it harder too. Sometimes, like this one here, makes you put one upside down and the other like this. Sometimes you kind of just throw them out there, and where they land is how you're going to deal with them. After all the 3-point chips are gone, everyone counts up their points, and whoever has the most is the winner. Okay, so Sherlook is, like I said, it's hard for me to figure out how it works together. Now, the game itself works fine. The game itself is about looking quickly and grabbing a number, and I'll get back to that in a minute, but I really want to talk about how brilliant these cards were. They told me that each card, when I asked about it, they said each card was based on a picture. And I was like, yeah, but if you draw something in this one and there's something in the same spot in another picture, that's 2 differences. And how do you... It's super confusing to me how they did it, but they managed to make it so that it works. I don't get it. There's something different on every card, and yet each card also matches the other cards. Fascinating. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm really fascinated by it. And like I said, replayability is there. I can show you these cards, and you can memorize a card, I guess, and that really wouldn't help you when you look at the cards. This game has a lot of replayability because the combinations of cards is always going to be different. Now, games like this tend to reward the person who is the quickest. However, very rarely did someone see every difference quickly, and you might say, I see 4 differences. I'll assume there's 2 more, and grab the 6. You could do that, right? So you could grab before you know for sure, and then someone else might see you grab that 6, and they'll go, oh, well, if they know there's 6, I'll go with 5, because that's one underneath them, and they might be wrong, or they might also be right, in which case I'll get 2 points. Or I might see you grab the 6, and I might think, all right, you probably missed one. You saw at least 6. I think there's more than that. And I'll grab the 7. And someone else will be like, they're all wrong. I'll grab the 3. Whatever it might be, there's a possibility of 3 people getting points in this, way that's set up. And when you grab it, just because someone's fast doesn't mean they're always right. And let's say you're playing with some savant who does get them right all the time. Well, first of all, you're going to lose. But secondly, if they see them, you can grab the one that's one underneath them, except someone else might do that first. Or you might grab one sooner than you've counted everything. The game plays really quickly because you put up the cards, people are like, you grab it, you flip it over, then there's an inevitable people yelling, I didn't even notice that difference there. Oh, I saw that difference. You're crazy. And it's fun. It works for kids, works for adults. It's quick. It's a filler. It's something that you play in between other games, and it's something you can play just as a kind of a casual thing. Pull it out, flip over 2 cards, and guess how many differences there are. But the mechanism works well too, and it looks good. I like those numbers, how they sit there, and it looks like a little crime scene, although not gory, just a chalk outline, and then a whole bunch of random clues. There's dice on one of these cards too. And checker, was this guy a gamer? Anyhow, I like this one a lot. That's Sherlook. Check it out. Dice Tower Judgment. Excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Yeah?